So those who are enjoying the conference this afternoon, so I hope all of them are fed up and tired of listening about linked open data and the data infrastructure and the data science and so on. Don't worry from the title. I will not talk about the linked data, but I will talk about that what the linked data is playing the role in our lives from the various aspects, starting from the gardening to the agriculture to the research and even to the personal lives. And even there is a role of the linked data between the life of the husband and wife. I will show you now in the coming slides. So don't worry. Okay, so quickly, there was a time that when people started to develop the web pages, 30 years before or so, and very happy, wow, we have a new world where we have the web pages. And then they became even more happy when they started to link the web pages with the documents, pictures, Excel sheets, PDF files, and so on. So then they say now the data is connecting with each other. This is something which is called the web of data. Now see here the interesting thing. I want to search from about Muhammad Ahtisham. So if you search from the Google, you will see so millions of the results. Out of these, we have the one about the Muhammad Ahtisham, this one, right? If you see this page is not only a web page, it contains a lot of data about Muhammad Ahtisham. And similarly, for example, we have the Professor Zoran with us. So if you search for him, you will find a page. This is not only a page, it contains a lot of data pieces about the Professor Zoran. Now see for example here, just this small one-line paragraph, it contains a lot of information. Muhammad Ahtisham is associate professor. He is working at Comstats Institute. This is an institute in Lahore. Lahore is a city in Pakistan. So just one line contains so much data. Just imagine about the rest of the things. How much data is there, right? I will not go to details. But the question is here, how we can link all this data with each other as a linked open data so that we can see how it can link the various aspects of the life. Now see here for example, this is something which is called not the web of pages, it's called the web of data. Now see here the interesting question. When we have this data extracted from all these sources and linked with each other, now I am able to ask the different questions about Ahtisham. I want to find the Ahtisham who had the PhD students in the University of Leipzig in 2007, and his PhD dissertation was towards integration of business processes, and he has been working as a senior staff researcher in Malaysia, and he was also a faculty member in King Abdulaziz University, and finally his age is this one, don't worry, it's not the right age, and currently he's working in Fraunhofer FOKUS. Can you imagine that we can ask the question to the computer this way? I will say, all of us will say, no, it's not possible. But yes, actually, to some extent, to much extent, it's possible that we can, when we have the data pieces instead of the web pages, by using the Sparkle queries, we can ask this question to the computer. Okay, now slowly I'm taking you to the next aspect, how it is linking the various aspects of the life. Now come to the first one. Let's talk about the scientific publications. We are all here the researchers, even we want to do a kind of fun. So we have the publications and we have the research papers published in the different locations. But if you see, they don't have link with each other. So like a husband and wife who are angry with each other, no relations, away, right? So what is the target? But ultimately they are working together, they are living together. So how to let them, this is a way that we can have the same data that we have in a plain English language, we can present it in a data format, data infrastructure, right? And then what will be the result? We can link them together, having the more kids, family, and then growth. And then even to the society also, to the other parts of the. So this is how one example that linked open data is linking the first aspect, that is the research aspects of the scientists. Okay, so it's a kind of real research having some publications. Now, not only in the but also in the education. You see, what is this? This is the CV of one of the faculty members in any of the university. If we see this CV carefully, it has a lot of data. Like for example, Muhammad Ahtisham, he has expertise in the semantic web, and his research interest is in these fields, and he has many publications which have the keywords like about data and the semantic web and the reasoning and so on. And this is one of the course that is being taught in one of the university. It's not only the course; it contains a lot of data that is being taught in this course. Okay, now if we join them together, what we can do? Linking the various aspects of life. Now we can link them. I can make the computers to answer me the question, who is the best possible teacher to teach a particular course? Let's rank them. So who has the expertise, trainings, certificates, so that we can make sure that who is the best one to teach. And also I got a new funding for the research project, German National Research Center. So I want to see who are the people near to me who could be the best collaborators for me to do the research. Now, after having this linking or the linked data, we can ask these type of questions. So this is just a visual representation of the questions. I will not go to that. As I told you, real research have some publications before. Now, this is very interesting. As I told you, linked open data is linking the every aspect of life, even within the family, even between the husband and wife. Now I show you how. This is a linked open data cloud that we created for the Saudi society. One of the main problems in the Saudi society is that the divorce rate is very high there, the highest in the world. So one of the biggest problems for the society, for the parents, for the husband, wife, for the government is to design the policies that how we can reduce or minimize this kind of problem in the society, right? So what we did is here, we extracted the data from different sources, Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Statistics, Ministry of Civil Affairs, Ministry of Interiors, World Bank, and we extracted the data from all these sources to see what are the reasons why is divorce rate so high. And not only the divorce, how is the public reaction to the women independence that is being given into Saudi Arabia. So if you see here, we have the region Makkah, Jeddah, Medina. We extracted the data set from the different sources, and now we can ask the questions. Why we have the not good relations between husband and wife there? So linked data will tell us. Linked data is actually telling us, we have already published these results. For example, what is it telling? I am asking in a computer Sparkle language, why are not good relations between husband and wife there in Saudi Arabia? So the result is, it is telling us many reasons. One is the education rate. Those areas where the education rate is low, the divorce rate is high. Even the weather has some indirect effect on the divorce rate. Even the salaries have the effect on this one. And the interesting thing is, the diet also has the effect. The linked open data is telling us diet also has the effect on the high divorce rate. Right. So this is actually similarly. You see that recently in Saudi Arabia, the government gave the permission to the women to drive. So that was a very big step in the Saudi society. So now before they give the permission, they want to analyze what is the public response. The woman really wants to drive. The man belongs to the woman, they really wants to allow their women to drive. So this is also, the linked open data also played a role here, yes. We did an analysis by using the linked open data to find out that how is the public response to the women driving. I will not go to the technical aspects, is yes or no, how many people are tweeting about the women driving, how many people retweet to a tweet, how many have the positive effect, how many have the negative effect. All this data is linked in the form of the linked open data. So that's why we are saying linked open data is the one that is linking the various aspects of the life, having the impact not only on the education, research and science, but also in the personal lives. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahtisham, for showing us how linked open data makes our lives much better by not only helping us finding the right collaborators, but also how to store and actually make our research output actually really accessible and actually really fair, and not putting it away in old PDF files.